everyone, and welcome back to the cancer series. For today, we are discussing preparing for chemo. So, what have you been doing? You already found out that you have cancer, and then you've decided to take chemo, and then you already chose your doctor, the hospital, and all those other things. And you have how many days before you go on your first ever chemo experience? So how do you prepare? We will talk about all these things today. I'm sorry for that noise, that pounding noise. Like my neighbor is doing something again with the walls. I don't know what, but again, there is no real format for this. I would just like to share with you whatever I did, whatever helped me or what didn't work, and all those other things. So let's get started. Number one was being decided, like 100% decided on it. As I told you in the previous episode, at first I wanted to go the natural way, but then I changed my mind. I decided to go for chemotherapy. I decided. No one forced me to do it. Nobody did. I decided, I chose to get chemotherapy for my cancer. That's number one. Be very decided about it so that in the end, it was your decision. You weren't forced into it. You won't go around blaming other people for whatever happens. Just be responsible for yourself. At least that part, be responsible for it, okay? Number two, talking to everyone around you, all those who are going to be involved. Not just because you're not living with them, it means that they won't be affected anymore. Of course they will be. The people who love you, people who care for you will definitely be concerned and worried of what's going on with you. And they will also be affected with, well, it depends on what the side effects are with you. Okay? Like with me, I told my parents, my family, my friends, and basically the whole Facebook community. No, my Facebook friends, they all knew I was undergoing chemo. So everyone knew. I didn't keep it a secret. Even my clients knew. I didn't really want to keep it a secret. So I did not want to make any lies. I did not want to make any excuses. Like for example, with work, like, okay, I will not be attending to any projects for now because I am undergoing chemo. Period. That's the path I chose to take. Telling everyone about it. Telling everyone who matters to you. Or you can go the other way around. Like if it's a totally very private thing for you, like you don't want people to know, then that's also an option. Like you decide, really. You decide if you want people to know or not, and then do that. And be consistent about it. Number three is prayer. I've never been, no, I was once. But recently, in my adult life, I haven't been a religious person. I'm a Roman Catholic, but I do not go to Sunday Mass religiously, and I do not take Holy Communion. I do not do that. But I do pray. I do have idols in my house. I do pray the rosary. We do join the block rosary and all those other things. So when I started like religiously praying again, there was kind of pride, or offhand you say it's pride, but really it's being guilty and ashamed of myself that,
oh God, just because you're sick, oh, you're praying now, huh? You're praying now, really, really.
So what I did was, instead of praying to God for oh, keep me safe, keep me well, give me strength. No. What I did was I thanked him. I thanked and thanked. I was grateful for everything. Everything I had each day. I was grateful for the littlest things. Yes, like at that time, like, thank you for my healthy family, my son, my husband. Thank you for us being able to afford chemotherapy. Thank you for keeping me safe during my operation. Thank you for me just having stage 1A cancer, ovarian cancer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, prayer. It depends on you, whatever religion you have. It will really be ideal and good for you to have faith in something, to hold on to something. Number 4 is preparing the situation. What do I mean by that? Okay, like me, for instance, like what I mentioned earlier, I told my clients that I will be undergoing chemotherapy and I will not be accepting projects. So, it's a good thing that I usually end my projects by December and then have a totally different batch the following year, because I got operated on in December, so it wasn't really difficult for me to do. It's just that when people started calling up come January, that's when I had to tell them, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot take on the project because blah blah blah. So if you are like me, like would rather like let go of the job and just to be able to rest and focus on getting better, you do that. Or if you need to finish something, if you have responsibilities that you think you cannot and will not be able to do while you're undergoing chemotherapy, you better make proper arrangements already, because you do not need the stress. It is not worth it. Number 5 is research. Okay, so this gets a little bit tricky. There's so many things you can research about chemo. You can either research about the process, the medicine, kinds of chemotherapy, side effects, how long it takes, how it emotionally affects you, etc., etc. So me, I did not do thorough research on it because at that moment, I was already getting so scared. Like really, I was getting so scared, and it felt like the less I knew, the less scared I'd be. Because almost all of the personal experiences of people I knew were terrible. Especially the first time or the first couple of months, first couple of sessions. It was terrible. So, to me, like, oh my God, I'd rather not know. To me, it's like the first time I got pregnant and gave birth. At first,
Yeah, I can do it. I do normal delivery or labor.
and then after the first time I go, I can get pregnant like 10 times.
But please do not. I cannot. I don't want to give normal birth ever again.
I was so scared after that. But before, it's like ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss, I think, you know. And to me, it was fine because the effects on you will really depend on your body chemistry and the dosage and the medicine. It's really different per person. So I thought,
Okay, I'd rather not know. Just don't tell me. Just don't tell me, please.
so it's up to you. If you want to do thorough research, talk to people, scour the internet, talk to doctors, read books. Okay, number 6 is having a support group. This support group is your core group, who you hold on to, who you run to, who you will talk to through those times. Now, I have my parents, I have my husband, I have my son, I have different friends. And all of them played a big role during my chemo journey. They would play different roles, but to me it was more of the company because I chose to stop working and stay home. I can't just go anywhere because I'm so prone to catching a disease or getting sick. So most of them would come to the house or kidnap me and we'd go to an open space. We would eat, we would have game nights or whatever, all those shopping and all those other things. We would talk, people would text, message me on Facebook. So really, I do not have much knowledge on formal or proper support groups because I did not need to look any further. Like, I did not need more information because after my first chemotherapy, that's when my husband told me about
All the horror stories.
and he told me those horror stories because the first chemo session was already over and I did not react that way. What I really needed was the positivity, the company, and knowing that people are there, people are supporting me. That's what I needed. I did not need more information on chemotherapy. Like, what will happen will happen. I'm in good hands. My doctors will take care of me. And that's that. Number 7 is something I'd like to call feel ahead. From what I already knew about chemo, I put my mindset in a situation, okay, what if this happens? What if I lose all my hair? What if I get fat? What if? It may not 100% work, but at least you try and emotionally prepare yourself for whatever will happen pretty soon.
It's just like practice.
Like emotionally, how will you feel? Why do it now? I did it ahead of time because I'm a very emotional person and I did not want to be like,
Oh my God, what will I do?
I'm a very destructive person sometimes when I get so depressed and emotional. So I did not want to be that way. Like,
I drink, go out, not sleep.
and those are things that I want to let go of.
Like, okay, I'm going to be undergoing chemo, and if I'm not emotionally prepared, I cannot drink when I'm undergoing chemo and depressed.
So I really needed to prepare myself for that. I really did. Number 8 is about your support group, about our support group. It is best for them to be well versed and educated about chemo as well. So even if I decided that I did not want to know about all those other things, the other people around me researched and found out some things about chemotherapy so that they will be prepared on how to handle me. We have some friends who went through the same ordeal, and my husband would talk to my friend's husband. Like, so they'll have the point of view of the people who were in the same shoes as they are now. So it's really first-hand knowledge. Like, will that make sense? The support group of your support group? Yeah, something like that. Number 9 is let go of some things that you might enjoy doing or enjoy having when you weren't having chemo. Because there are some things you clearly
And definitely cannot do.
while undergoing chemotherapy. We will talk about that on dealing with the side effects on that episode. Yeah. So anyway, aside from that, you should also be able to let go of personal things. Like, I let go of my vanity, like 80% of it. Because if I didn't, Like, oh my God, I would have been
10 times more miserable than I was.
yeah, at a certain point, it got to be miserable. It wasn't miserable the whole time, but it will really depend on how prepared you are. Like, you already set your expectations. Okay, that is number 10. Set your expectations. I really set my expectations low, 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 low. Like, I expected that it was going to be terrible. It was going to be so bad. I expected that I won't be able to do anything at all. I expected that I wasn't going to be able to eat anything because everything will taste so bad. I really put the worst expectations on it. Yeah, I need to connect this. Expect the worst, hope for the best. Again. Number 10, expect the worst, hope for the best. That's where hope and faith comes in. Be positive so that you will be strong enough when the worst comes. And if it doesn't, oh my God, you'll be so grateful and happy. So that while editing, I just remembered this is number 11. You need to have a vast collection,
Or even just one.
a collection of happy memories in store, like in your memory bank or in photos, videos, documents, or items. It's up to you, but I call it my happy place. And for that, my happy place used to be the same day edit of our wedding. Every morning, I'd wake up, say my gratitudes, my prayers, have breakfast, then watch the video. And it really gave me an instant boost so that my day would feel good and positive. And I would also play it within the day or whenever I would start feeling that tight, heavy feeling inside my chest, and I knew that I needed some kind of boost. So there, you need to be prepared because not every time will your support group be there for you or other people be there for you. So you really need to have your own instant remedies that are easily accessible to you anytime. So number 12, go to the dentist if you need to. When you're undergoing chemo, one side effect is that yes, you're prone to infection and you do not heal fast, or if you're feeling any discomfort in your teeth, have it done right away or before chemo. So that's all for today. I hope that I am able to help you with even just some of your questions about chemotherapy and what you are going through. Do comment down below if you would like me to clarify some things or to discuss some things about cancer and chemotherapy, okay? So I'll see you again next time. Bye!